Howdy, Ags. My name is Joseph Mish. I'm a project engineer for Adolphson and Peterson Construction. I was challenged by Tom Follow and his team to answer the following question. When looking at the upcoming generation that will fill management positions, what positive and negative aspects do you see? After hearing this question, I took some time out to research this topic because I'm a part of the upcoming generation of millennials. And I was curious in comparing the thoughts of the baby boomers or even the Generation Ys. I came up on an interesting statistic while researching this topic. By 2020, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that nearly 50% of the U.S. workforce will consist of millennials. By 2030, millennials are expected to make up 75% of the global workforce. Being a part of the millennials and working with older generations, there are some positive and negative aspects that the new millennial managers will bring. One of the most apparent aspects is that we are technologically comfortable. We're able to take technology and use it efficiently and effectively. We have the ability to adapt to the ever-changing technological processes that the construction industry produces. For instance, CAD, 3D, 4D construction animation. We also have the ability to take risk rather than not change. So right here, this is a difference between the managers of the older generations. That's something that they are not technologically savvy, so they don't take the same risk that we would take with new technology and bring new innovation to our company. Another great thing that the millennials are great about is adopting globalization and globalizing the culture. Having a culture that when we come to work, there's nobody that's segregated or different from one another. And that really truly brings life and enjoyment to work every day. One of the negative aspects that I see from our millennial generation is the lack of understanding of how things actually come together. The upcoming generations will have less experience performing work in the field as ever. It will be difficult for the new generation to understand the time that it takes to complete a task and how that task is started from the beginning to the end. And I believe the industry is coping with this issue by developing programs where they have hands-on classes and be able to actually go out and see different methods and means and methods in the construction industry. Another negative aspect that I believe that is going to come, and it really isn't a negative aspect, it's just how it's interpreted. But the baby boomer generation, they always operated off of living to work. So they worked and they defined the 50, 60-hour work week that we have in the construction nowadays. Well, now the millennials and the Z generations, they don't necessarily believe that their life consists around work. They are effective workers, but when it comes 5 o'clock, they're headed to the house and they get things done. And this comes along with, being able to have technology too, and they can work from home too. So it's a negative and a positive, but having the old generation of just a hard-working class seems to go a long ways as well. Also, a negative thing that's coming about is interpersonal skills. Many of us utilize text, emails, other than using our voice or being able to speak to somebody in a personal relationship. I think that that'll change over time, but millennials will have to get a little bit more diverse than using a written form of communication. Going back to the original statistics, seeing these positive and negative aspects, you should see a change in the workforce that will utilize both these positive and negative aspects, and hopefully that we can take the negative down a notch and learn from our older generation and learn from our new generation and perform great managers for the future, especially Aggies.